Did you know that nearly all deaths after the age of 75 can be traced back to just a few key causes? Many people assume that passing away in old age is simply inevitable, but the reality is that most fatalities result from preventable risks that often go unnoticed until it's too late. The real challenge is that by the time people recognize these dangers, their health has already declined and their choices become limited. However, by understanding these risks now, you can take proactive steps to safeguard your health and extend your life in ways you may never have imagined. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 leading causes of death after 75, the ones that account for the vast majority of fatalities in this age group. Some may seem obvious, while others might take you by surprise. But one thing is certain: awareness is the first step toward prevention. These are more than just statistics. They represent real lives, real families, and real choices. The good news is that these causes of death are not inevitable. In fact, by making small yet meaningful changes, many people have dramatically lowered their risks, remained independent for longer, and even added years or decades to their lives. Number 1. Heart disease. Heart disease. Heart disease remains the #1 cause of death for people over 75, yet many don't realize how much influence they have over their heart health. The heart is a muscle, and like any other muscle in the body, it either stays strong with proper care or weakens from years of neglect. The challenge is that heart disease often develops silently, without noticeable warning signs, until significant damage has already occurred. Many people assume that feeling tired, slowing down, or getting short of breath is just a natural part of aging. However, these could be early indicators that the heart isn't functioning as well as it once did. Recognizing these signs and taking action early can make a significant difference in long-term health. One of the primary contributors to heart disease is high blood pressure. Over time, it places excessive strain on the arteries, forcing the heart to work harder than necessary. The most concerning part? High blood pressure doesn't usually cause pain or obvious symptoms, which means many people don't realize they have it until a heart attack or stroke forces them into an emergency situation. This is why so many individuals over 75 end up in the hospital unexpectedly, despite feeling fine just days before. Another major factor in heart disease is diet. Decades of consuming processed foods, excess salt, and unhealthy fats gradually clog arteries and reduce circulation, making it harder for the heart to function efficiently. However, protecting heart health isn't just about cutting out harmful foods, it's also about fueling the body with the right nutrients. A heart-healthy diet rich in whole foods, fiber, lean proteins, and healthy fats can significantly slow down or even reverse damage, keeping the cardiovascular system in good shape for years to come. Physical inactivity is another silent threat to heart health. The heart isn't designed to sit idle all day. It thrives on movement. When daily activity decreases, circulation slows, muscles weaken, and the heart doesn't get the exercise it needs to remain strong. Fortunately, staying active doesn't require strenuous workouts or extreme endurance. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or even seated exercises can help maintain proper circulation and strengthen the heart, dramatically lowering the risk of heart disease. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that heart disease is inevitable, either due to family history or simply aging. While genetics may play a role, lifestyle choices have an even greater impact. Every small, consistent decision, what you eat, how often you move, and how you manage stress, contributes to whether your heart stays strong or gradually weakens. If there's one key takeaway, it's this: you have far more control over your heart health than you might think. The steps you take today, whether it's adjusting your diet, getting more movement, or monitoring your blood pressure, can make all the difference in keeping your heart strong for the years ahead. The best time to start taking care of it? Right now. Number 2, falls and injuries. One of the most overlooked yet serious risks after the age of 75 isn't a disease, it's falling. A single misstep, a moment of dizziness, or an unnoticed slippery surface can change everything in an instant. What might seem like a minor accident can quickly escalate into a major health crisis. A fractured hip, a head injury, or even a seemingly harmless bruise can trigger a decline in mobility, independence, and overall well-being. The true danger? Most people don't realize how vulnerable they are until after a fall has already happened. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths among seniors, accounting for millions of emergency room visits every year. For many older adults, a single fall marks the beginning of a downward spiral. Months of bed rest, loss of independence, and an increased risk of complications such as infections or blood clots. Despite how common and life-altering falls can be, fall prevention is often ignored until someone personally experiences a serious accident. Aging naturally reduces balance, muscle strength, and reaction time. But because these changes happen gradually, they can go unnoticed. You may feel perfectly stable walking through your home, handling daily tasks as usual, until one day you reach for something, lose your balance, and suddenly gravity takes over. Unlike in younger years, when a stumble might result in nothing more than a scraped knee, the aging body is less resilient, making recovery from falls far more challenging and prolonged. Ironically, the fear of falling often increases the likelihood of future falls. Many seniors who experience even a close call with a fall start limiting their activity out of caution. They avoid walking long distances, hesitate to use stairs, and reduce their movement in an attempt to stay safe. However, the less they move, the weaker their muscles become. And as muscle strength diminishes, the risk of falling only grows. This vicious cycle can quickly erode mobility, confidence, and independence. The good news? Falls are not inevitable. In fact, there are practical and effective ways to reduce the risk significantly. Simple steps such as strengthening leg and core muscles, practicing balance exercises, and making small modifications at home can make a world of difference. Proper lighting, secure handrails, non-slip rugs, and clutter-free walkways can all help prevent unnecessary accidents. One frequently overlooked factor in fall prevention is medication. Many common prescriptions can cause dizziness, drowsiness, or fluctuations in blood pressure, factors that dramatically increase the likelihood of falling. If you've ever stood up too quickly and felt lightheaded, that's your body signaling a potential issue. Reviewing medications with a doctor, ensuring they aren't contributing to instability, and monitoring side effects can be life-saving. Falling isn't just about tripping over an object. It's about staying strong, maintaining balance, and being aware of potential hazards before they become dangerous. After 75, a single fall can alter everything. But by taking proactive steps today, you can preserve your mobility, maintain your independence, and continue enjoying life on your own terms for years to come. Number 3, respiratory diseases. Breathing is something we rarely think about until it becomes difficult. As we age, our lungs naturally lose some of their efficiency, making even minor respiratory issues potentially serious. What begins as a mild cough or occasional shortness of breath can escalate into chronic conditions, infections, and even hospitalizations. After 75, respiratory diseases rank among the leading causes of death, not because they are inevitable, but because they are often overlooked until they become severe. One of the most significant threats to lung health is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which includes conditions like emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Over time, inflammation narrows the airways, making breathing increasingly difficult. Many older adults dismiss symptoms like persistent coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath, assuming these are just natural effects of aging. However, these warning signs should not be ignored. They indicate that the lungs need attention and care. Another serious concern is pneumonia, an infection that can become life-threatening in older adults. What starts as a mild cold or chest congestion can rapidly escalate, especially since aging weakens the immune system's ability to fight infections. Pneumonia is responsible for a significant number of hospitalizations among seniors, and unfortunately, many never fully recover. What might seem like a simple illness can trigger a rapid decline in overall health, making prevention and early intervention critical. Environmental factors also play a major role in lung health. Years of exposure to dust, pollution, and secondhand smoke take a cumulative toll on the respiratory system. Even indoor air quality can be a hidden danger. Mold, pet dander, and household pollutants can worsen breathing problems without being immediately noticeable. For those already dealing with asthma, COPD, or other respiratory conditions, these irritants can make symptoms significantly worse. Fortunately, small changes, such as using air purifiers, keeping indoor spaces well ventilated, and avoiding smoke exposure, can help protect lung function. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to maintain strong lungs is to stay active. Many people don't realize that, like any other muscle, the lungs need regular exercise to function properly. Physical movement encourages deep breathing, helping the lungs expand fully and clear out mucus buildup. In contrast, prolonged sitting reduces lung function over time, increasing vulnerability to infections and respiratory decline. Even light activities such as walking, stretching, or breathing exercises can support lung health and longevity. Another essential but often overlooked preventive measure is staying up to date on vaccinations. Many seniors underestimate the importance of vaccines for pneumonia, influenza, and other respiratory infections. However, these simple precautions can drastically lower the risk of severe illness and complications. It's not just about avoiding a seasonal flu. It's about preventing hospitalizations and life-threatening respiratory failures that could have been avoided. A single vaccine could mean the difference between a mild illness and a major health crisis. Breathing should never feel like a struggle, yet for many people over 75, it does. Not because it has to, but because they don't take action soon enough. Your lungs work tirelessly every second of your life to keep you alive, and caring for them is one of the most powerful ways to preserve both health and independence. Strengthening your lungs, protecting them from infections, and making conscious lifestyle choices can significantly improve your quality of life for years to come. Number 4, stroke. A stroke strikes without warning, changing lives in an instant. It is one of the leading causes of death after 75, yet many people don't realize how much control they have over its risk factors. Unlike some health conditions, a stroke rarely offers a second chance. Once it happens, the damage is often irreversible. However, what most people don't know is that up to 80% of strokes can be prevented. The choices you make today can determine whether you maintain your independence or face a life-altering event. A stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is suddenly blocked, or when a blood vessel bursts. Within minutes, brain cells begin to die due to a lack of oxygen. The longer the brain is deprived, the more severe the damage. Some strokes are mild, causing temporary confusion or slight weakness, while others lead to permanent paralysis, loss of speech, or total dependence on others. In too many cases, a stroke is fatal. One of the most significant risk factors is high blood pressure. Over time, excessive pressure on the arteries weakens them, increasing the likelihood of blockages or ruptures. The dangerous part? High blood pressure often has no symptoms, meaning many people walk around completely unaware that they are at risk until a stroke suddenly occurs. Another major contributor is irregular heart rhythms, particularly atrial fibrillation, AFib. Many seniors experience AFib without realizing it, but when the heart beats irregularly, blood can pool and form clots. If one of these clots travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke in an instant. Fortunately, a simple medical checkup can detect these issues early, and treatment can significantly reduce the risk. Diet and lifestyle also play a crucial role. Consuming too many processed foods, excess salt, and unhealthy fats increases the chances of stroke, while a sedentary lifestyle slows circulation and thickens the blood. The best way to protect yourself is through regular physical activity and a nutrient-rich diet. Small changes, such as eating more leafy greens, cutting back on sodium, staying hydrated, and incorporating heart-healthy foods, can make a significant difference. One often overlooked warning sign is a mini-stroke, or transient ischemic attack, TIA. This brief episode of confusion, vision loss, or temporary weakness may last only minutes, but it serves as a critical warning. Many people ignore these episodes because they pass quickly, but a TIA is a red flag that a major stroke could be on the horizon. Seeking immediate medical attention could mean the difference between preventing a stroke and suffering its devastating consequences. The most important takeaway is this: you have the power to lower your stroke risk. By checking your blood pressure regularly, maintaining a heart-healthy diet, staying active, and recognizing the early warning signs, you can protect yourself from one of the most serious health threats in later life. The earlier you take action, the greater your chances of staying independent and avoiding the life-altering effects of a stroke. Number 5. Cognitive decline and related complications. One of the most difficult and heartbreaking aspects of aging is the gradual decline in memory, reasoning, and independence. Cognitive decline does not happen suddenly. It develops slowly over time with subtle changes that are often dismissed as ordinary forgetfulness. However, as the years pass, these small lapses can escalate into significant impairments that affect daily life. What begins as occasionally forgetting a name or misplacing an item can evolve into the inability to recognize familiar faces, manage essential tasks, or make sound decisions. For many seniors, this decline is not just an inconvenience, it can become a life-threatening issue. Conditions such as dementia and Alzheimer's disease do not only impact mental faculties, they also place the entire body at risk. As cognitive function diminishes, the ability to maintain one's health also deteriorates. Routine activities such as remembering to take prescribed medications, eating nutritious meals, or identifying early symptoms of illness become increasingly challenging. Many elderly individuals with dementia fail to drink enough water, leading to dangerous levels of dehydration. Others struggle with maintaining a balanced diet, which can result in malnutrition or unhealthy weight gain, both of which significantly increase the risk of other medical conditions. One of the most pressing dangers associated with cognitive decline is the increased risk of accidents. Forgetting to turn off the stove, leaving the front door unlocked, or wandering outside in unfamiliar and unsafe conditions can have devastating consequences. These seemingly small lapses can lead to fatal outcomes if not addressed in time. As cognitive impairment progresses, many seniors face the painful reality of losing their independence. Living alone becomes increasingly unsafe, and without adequate support, their overall health declines even faster. One of the most alarming aspects of cognitive decline is that many people do not recognize it until it has already advanced. Early warning signs such as struggling to follow conversations, frequently forgetting appointments, or misplacing important belongings are often brushed off as normal signs of aging. However, these symptoms may indicate deeper changes occurring in the brain. Ignoring these warning signs can delay necessary interventions that might slow down the progression of cognitive impairment. The sooner individuals take proactive steps to support brain health, the better their chances of preserving memory and mental clarity for years to come. One of the most effective ways to protect the brain is to keep it engaged and active. Just as physical exercise strengthens muscles, mental stimulation helps maintain cognitive function. Activities such as reading, solving puzzles, learning new skills, or engaging in thought-provoking conversations can help strengthen neural connections and slow the onset of memory loss. The more the brain is challenged with new experiences and intellectual tasks, the more resilient it becomes. Physical exercise is another crucial factor in brain health, though it is often overlooked. Movement plays a vital role in maintaining healthy blood circulation, which in turn supports brain function. Regular physical activity increases oxygen flow to the brain, which can help prevent memory decline and improve cognitive abilities. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, or gentle yoga can provide significant benefits. The key is consistency. Staying active on a regular basis can help keep both the body and mind in optimal condition. Another major contributor to cognitive health is social interaction. Loneliness and isolation have been shown to accelerate cognitive decline and increase the risk of dementia. Engaging in social activities, maintaining strong relationships, and participating in community events can help protect brain function and enhance overall well-being. Meaningful conversations, shared experiences, and emotional connections stimulate cognitive processes and keep the brain engaged. Seniors who maintain an active social life tend to have better mental health and a lower risk of cognitive deterioration compared to those who are socially isolated. Diet also plays a significant role in maintaining cognitive health. The foods we eat directly impact brain function, and making the right dietary choices can help protect against dementia and memory loss. Nutrient-rich foods such as leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish contain essential antioxidants, vitamins, and omega-3 fatty acids that support brain health. On the other hand, excessive consumption of processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats can contribute to inflammation in the brain, increasing the risk of cognitive decline. A balanced diet rich in whole foods, healthy fats, and lean proteins can help keep the brain functioning optimally well into old age. It is important to recognize that losing cognitive function is not an inevitable part of aging. While some decline in memory and cognitive speed may be natural, severe impairments can often be delayed or even prevented through proactive lifestyle choices. By making a commitment to mental and physical activity, staying socially connected, and following a brain-healthy diet, individuals can significantly reduce their risk of developing dementia and related conditions. Just like any other organ, the brain thrives when it is taken care of properly. The more attention and care it receives, the stronger and more resilient it remains. As we reflect on these crucial aspects of aging, it is essential to remember that cognitive decline is just one of several major health risks that individuals over the age of 75 face. Throughout this discussion, we have explored the 5 leading causes of death in older adults: heart disease, falls, respiratory issues, strokes, and cognitive decline. These conditions account for the majority of fatalities in this age group, but it is important to emphasize that they are not inevitable. Most people do not realize the extent of control they have over their own health. Unfortunately, by the time they become aware of the risks, it is often too late to make meaningful changes. The key takeaway is that small, consistent choices can have a profound impact on longevity, strength, and independence. Aging is a natural process, but it does not have to be synonymous with illness or decline. Instead of viewing aging as a period of inevitable deterioration, individuals can shift their focus toward proactive steps that promote long-term well-being. Consider your daily habits. Are there areas where you could make small improvements? Perhaps you could incorporate more nutritious foods into your diet, engage in more physical activity, schedule regular health checkups, or make a greater effort to stay socially and mentally active. Whatever the case may be, remember that even minor changes can have a significant impact. You do not need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Even a single step in the right direction can set you on a path toward better health and a longer, more fulfilling life. At this stage in life, your well-being is your most valuable asset. The more you invest in your health today, the more you can enjoy meaningful time with loved ones, maintain your independence, and prevent avoidable health issues. Every day presents an opportunity to make choices that support your body and mind. By prioritizing your health now, you can determine how strong, capable, and independent you remain in the years ahead. We appreciate you taking the time to explore these important topics. If you found this information valuable, we encourage you to reflect on what you have learned and consider how you can apply these insights to your own life. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences, whether it's a new habit you plan to adopt or a personal story related to cognitive health. Engaging in these conversations not only strengthens our collective understanding, but also serves as a powerful reminder that we all have the ability to take control of our health and future. Thank you for joining us on this journey toward greater awareness and better well-being. Remember, the choices you make today shape the life you live tomorrow. Stay proactive, stay informed, and most importantly, stay committed to a future filled with strength, clarity, and independence.